Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. New to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and we got Randy. Say what's to the people, Randy.
What's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
I guess the biggest, most boring announcement happened today. Oh, man.
Worst
Marvel
rollout ever.
unveils that gigantic cast for Avengers Doomsday. Did you see the announcement?
Okay, so I got into a little late. Somebody put in one of our group chats that Marvel's making a big announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And so I click on it and I'm just seeing like chairs. And I'm literally waiting for something to happen. I'm like, maybe they haven't started yet. All I see is like it was on Kelsey Grammer's chair for like 5 minutes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on here? And then somebody was like, yeah, that's the rollout. I'm like, this is the worst rollout ever.
Ever, 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 ever. Um, did you see the long list of cast members they have for
I
this movie?
did. I did. I did.
Anything excite you?
Ubaka.
In Baku?
Mbaka.
I love how you said his name. Say his name all around.
I
Um,
don't know, seeing him having a more pronounced role in the MCU.
yeah,
I'm
he has
glad.
a
I'm glad
very pronounced.
Namor and Shang-Chi's gonna be in there. Namor
So,
and
do we think they
Shang-Chi.
weren't going to be in there though?
I
Did we
don't
actually think they weren't going to be in
I
Well,
there?
don't
I was surprised that
know.
the X-Men were gonna be in there. So, and I was surprised that they went back to the original X-Men. So that was a surprise. I thought they were for sure gonna try to like go like a new cast of X-Men for
Me too.
this stuff. But maybe that's like, yeah, they're still, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart still alive. Let's do it.
Well,
So
that was
so
actually
when I
disappointing.
yeah, so I saw Kelsey Grammer was the first name that popped up, and we're like, oh, that's Beast, and that's the original. Like, oh, he's there for sure going to be in it. So,
Well, that makes sense because Beast was at the. Well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but if you haven't seen the Marvels as of yet, it's been out a while. He's in the post-credit scenes of the.
okay,
So that makes sense, and it's him. But I don't know, guys. And I love
Man,
him. I've loved him for
man.
my whole life. But isn't Patrick Stewart a little long in the tooth now?
Yeah, they are all old. That's my
Ian
only
McKellen's even
issue is like
older.
who's this movie for? Is
Yeah.
it for adults or is it for kids? It's not for kids because kids don't know any of these people. And everybody is like not they're not Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They're not Tom Cruise. Are they
Yeah.
gonna be standing around? I'm surprised they didn't have there's a couple of names that are missing from here too. I think I saw more names missing that would probably got me more excited. Like Harrison Ford is not on here, but we saw Harrison Ford chest naked in the last movie. So
Not either. But like Patrick Stewart, like I saw Picard and I was like, John Luke getting old. And that was 3 years ago.
yes,
I, I don't know.
maybe they're alternate universes. They're
No,
from the
I'm pretty
original
sure it's going to
universes.
be alternate.
They're gonna collapse. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they
universe.
have
collapse
to
their
be.
Yeah,
They
universe.
have
They're
to.
gonna collapse their universes
the,
into one.
and so
They have
and they'll start when the X-Men have their own MCU movie. It'll be like a new cast. So this is like last
Yeah,
hurrah for them, right? Like I said, I think it's literally just because, like you said,
And that's probably
Picard, John Luke, not John Luke, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are just really old, and so
yeah,
this is a way for
yeah.
them to like transition from the old X-Men to the new. Like
and
something will happen to them. But
that's
like,
probably
But
what it'll be. And we saw
it's
that already in what you calling the sorcerer. Call
this is a long ass
Doctor
list,
Doctor
man.
Strange. It's a
Yeah,
long list, and I
alone.
wonder if they're just gonna make cameo appearances and let them
Well,
disappear.
they even teased earlier today. Sorry, my phone. Um, they were teasing today on Twitter that like RDJ made a post like, oh my god, there's like a long bench, a lot of people, and then Marvel came out and said, yeah, there's room for more. So there's a lot more that they're gonna say, and I'm pretty sure they're keeping something secret to like it's gonna be like a secret cameo or something. So
I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, I don't know if we just need a bunch of cameos for fan service. How does that contribute to the overall narrative
I
of the
thought you were
story
pro
with it?
fan service. Usually you're pro fan service.
I'm pro, but like
Whoa.
a bunch
There's
of
a
cameo.
lot of names,
Yeah, a
man.
bunch of cameo. And usually when we start doing things like that,
Movies are not usually good.
they're not
I
because
mean,
They're not.
yeah, I
They
mean,
cannonball running it.
yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously, this is the first one, right? Because it's like Avengers Doomsday, then there's Secret Wars.
I know they did announce they don't have what's his name, Doctor Strange,
Peter
Benjamin,
Parker's not there.
yeah,
He,
Cumberbatch. They don't have Cumberbatch there. They don't have Spider-Man there.
and he's filming, and Tom Holland's filming Odysseus right now with Christopher Nolan. So that's probably another reason why, like, he may not be involved just yet. Because they were basically saying that this whole announcement is basically saying, okay, we're in production now.
Yeah,
So these are the
there's
people that are on set, will be on set.
there's no Riri, and we
Yeah.
know that character does exist, and none of the Marvels, not one.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, they don't have Kamala Khan. They don't have Kate Bishop, Echo.
Mm-mm.
They don't
Well, we
have
don't need
Moon Knight.
Echo.
Oh, they have Moon Knight.
We don't need Echo, but they don't have Kate Bishop.
We don't know if we need Echo or not. We don't know what Echo can do. We still don't understand her powers.
I'm fine. What we don't have Kate Bishop. We don't have Kamala Khan. We don't have
Hmm.
Monica Lambo. It's a
Hmm.
lot. Yeah.
It's a lot of characters behind, and they didn't show Kang.
Well, I didn't anticipate. There were rumors, but I didn't anticipate we would see.
Yeah, yeah, they're just gonna pay him out his money, I guess.
I didn't anticipate we were going to see Kang. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
And they didn't show Jennifer Lawrence. You can pick any Mystique. You pick Jennifer Lawrence.
But maybe that's on a surprise end, and you never know what she's doing down right now. So that could be.
Rebecca
be
Romaine is there. So
Yeah.
it's the old X-Men. It's the Fox
Yeah.
X-Men. So
Yeah,
it's that generation of X-Men. So Rebecca Romaine was there. Her name was there.
Yeah, I still feel like there's opportunity for. Well, we don't even know what the story is, but I feel like there's
we don't.
opportunity. There's still opportunity for her
Hey,
for the new
Rebecca
X.
Romaine was hot last century.
Jesus Christ.
Last century, you guys. That's 25 years ago.
I'm not saying she's not hot anymore, but she looked good.
Jennifer Lawrence is still hot.
But she still looks good in Strange New World. She's in Strange New World. So
She
Oh,
does.
is she?
she's playing the first officer. So
first officer. Yeah, she does.
do you want to read some of these names though that is on there?
Yeah, we can read all the names that are there. Um, Chris Hemsworth came up first, so Thor is in it. Thor is like, I got no other
Makes
acting gigs. I'm gonna be there.
That makes sense.
So Thor is in it. Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman. Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. Letitia Wright as Black Panther. Paul Rudd back as Ant-Man. Wyatt Russell as John Walker. Tenoch Huerta Meja as Namor. Eben Moss Backroch as the Thing. Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. Florence Pugh as Yelena. Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Louis Pullman as Sentry. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. David Harbour as Red Guardian. Winston Duke as M'Baku. Hannah John Kamen as Ghost. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. Ian McKellen as Magneto. Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. Rebecca Ramage as Mystique. James Marsden as Cyclops. Channing Tatum as Gambit. And Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. And of
No
course,
Wolverine. It's no Wolverine on
there's no
here.
Wolverine. Yeah, I was gonna get there too. There's no Wolverine.
Interesting.
Hugh Jackman is not in it. Is Hugh Jackman nor is Ryan Reynolds. They had the biggest Marvel movie this century.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. It's
So
interesting. They've got a lot. They've got a lot.
See,
to
that's what I'm
weave
saying. I think
together.
they're still gonna announce more,
Yeah.
they are. They
or
are.
it's gonna be kept secret and they'll pop up. You know, because like there's I saw another report earlier today that they've been reported to be in it, but they weren't announced, which is Steve Rogers, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and I think one other. There was another. I have to find it, but
We knew
they've
Chris
been
Evans was gonna show
reported
up
to be
here.
in it. Yeah,
Chris
but
Evans
they
is
weren't
gonna show up.
announced today.
Yeah, Chris Evans got to, because everything he's
I think
done.
Wolverine too. Like if you're gonna have the X-Men, you need to have Wolverine.
And none of the Guardians are announced.
Yeah.
None of the Guardians are announced.
None of the Eternals.
None of the Eternals. They have a whole lot of.
None of the Marvels. You're right. You said that already, but none of the Marvels. I thought maybe for sure at least Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yep.
Yeah.
And I can see where like Captain Marvel didn't get in there because I bet you it's a mutual thing now too, where
she's done.
She doesn't want to do it because she's getting so much she's getting so much backlash. And then also
Brie
Marvel and Brie Larson, and then Marvel's just like, yeah, we're getting too much backlash. I can see where it was like a mutual parting of ways with that, but they really wanted her to be like take over for basically Captain America.
Yeah.
And she didn't. It didn't happen.
But a lot of things didn't happen in this last chapter.
It's true.
I mean, their villain didn't even pan out.
That's true. They
had to get a whole new villain.
Yeah, they brought back Robert Downey Jr. The Russos are throwing Hail Marys at this point.
Yeah, and they basically and they brought back the Russos when the Russos haven't done shit since Avengers.
Right.
Almost everything they've put out since Avengers, since
that was
bad.
But that was, from my understanding, that was more Robert Downey Jr. That's who he wanted to work with. And since you were going to already pay him $80 million, you might as well get the director's deal.
Yeah, but the thing is, they really haven't done anything good since Endgame.
Yep.
Almost
Electric State. What are you talking about? Electric State is amazing.
Almost everything they've done.
$320 million.
And then what was that series they did on Amazon?
The Citadel.
And it's like they spent same huge amount of money on that too. Blown.
Yeah, like half a billion.
Yeah. So yeah.
But we'll see. Robert Downey Jr. wanted them back, and so hey.
Man, they're doing it. I want to be like the Russo brothers.
You're not gonna argue with Robert Downey Jr.
You're not. Well, you shouldn't have him on it because his character is dead. He wanted to leave. He killed off his own character. How you kill off your own character didn't want to come back?
Hey, $80 million is still $80 million.
He's Dr. Doom.
They offered to him before they killed off his character. Hey, we'll give you $80 million. We'll give you whatever you want.
Hey, $80 million is still $80 million. That's because he did that Dr. Doolittle, and it was like he won an Oscar in the meantime. He did win an Oscar, but sometimes $80 million is still $80 million.
It is $80 million.
And I've never been in a position in my life where I was like, for artistic integrity, I am going to turn down $80 million. So how do I know?
And they mentioned none of the Thunderbolts.
No, there's Thunderbolts.
There's Thunderbirds. Fake Captain America's on there.
He's not a Thunderbolt initially. He's from Captain America.
Well, Wyatt Russell. And all the
that's
Thunderbolts are in there.
Russell.
Florence Pugh's in there. Sebastian Stan, Bucky's a Thunderbolt.
They're in Thunderbolts, but they're not probably listed as the Thunderbolts in this movie.
Well, all the Thunderbolts that we know of came from.
Yeah, because the Red Guardian is a Thunderbolt too, right?
Yeah, but but I'm saying he's in this. He's listed.
He's in this.
Florence Pugh's a Thunderbolt. She's in it.
Yeah, but she's also from the Black Widow movie.
Yeah. So I think the Thunderbolts are it. So it's interesting because there's no Daredevil.
There's no Daredevil. There's no Punisher.
There's no Punisher. Maybe
they're
gonna do it for Secret Wars.
I didn't anticipate seeing them though. Even though I know they're back, but I didn't anticipate seeing them.
And we're gonna see, I
anticipate to see everybody they put in a TV show in this. They build the TV shows that way. Everybody in the TV show is gonna be in the movies in the universe.
Like She-Hulk's not here.
She-Hulk's not on there.
That's surprising, but I think the one that surprised me the most is Miss Marvel not being there. because she's
Yeah,
actually a really good character.
good character, great
Really,
character.
really great
America's
character.
not
Malakana
in
is
here.
great.
Yeah.
Come on.
America's not in here.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's a lot of cameos. It's a lot.
And
So I'm wondering
there's
where this story is
no
going to go.
Scarlet Witch
No, there's not. Is there?
She's not gonna.
or Agatha.
She's not coming back.
None of them or Wiccan. Yeah, they didn't bring none of them back. They didn't bring none of them back.
No Samuel Jackson. No.
There's no Sam
Samuel
Jackson. Yeah.
No Nick Fury.
There's no Nick Fury. That's crazy.
Yeah, the whole show.
No Don Cheadle.
No Don Cheetah. He's dead though.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's a
No,
Skrull.
they found him.
Did they find him?
Yeah,
No.
they found him. He's not dead.
Okay. Maybe he's retired.
But no Nick Fury is crazy.
Yeah.
But this isn't the final list.
The Loki edition is interesting too, considering how Loki's series ended.
Yeah. Because he's holding up the timeline tree.
Yeah. So that considering that, so it's gonna have to revolve around him then.
Mm-hmm.
A big portion of it's gonna have to revolve around him. Maybe Doctor Doom's trying to get into that and take
Maybe
it
that's
over.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's holding the sacred timeline, right?
There's no Owen Wilson.
No.
You have to have Owen Wilson.
You talk Owen Wilson. Oh,
Yeah.
for the TVA, because of the
Yeah,
TVA.
TVA.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to have Owen Wilson.
But see, I do think
No
it's
Tara
gonna. It's
Strong, no
gonna.
Miss Minutes.
So let's speculate based on like exactly what I just said. That's probably the timeline that they're gonna go with, right? Or not to say the timeline, but the storyline. It's gonna involve Loki somehow. Doctor Doom is gonna try to get to the TVA in some way and then obviously with the older X-Men being involved, there's gonna be obviously
a massacre event.
or just obviously way more multiverse stuff.
But we seen what happened when Scarlet shit iced out the old
Mark said Chuck calling for Owen Wilson.
I know it. Where's Owen
I was
Wilson at?
surprised too. I was like, oh,
I was
interesting.
surprised too. I'm like, wait.
My hate for him does not actually interfere with his acting ability, and his character in this show was really good. But I still want to beat his
there's
ass
also
up,
speculation that the Fantastic Four, the new one, is from a separate timeline too.
Yeah, where's Michael B. Jordan? Bring him back then.
Come on now.
Why not?
Let's not.
So so two things. Another thing stands out to me. Obviously, I personally am happy the X-Men are in there, and that iteration of the X-Men is in there. And then I am definitely. I'm glad that they kept Namor and Shang-Chi and brought them aboard.
Yeah.
Because there was all kinds of rumors, because like there hasn't been a Shang-Chi 2 yet. And there was supposed to be like 3, and there hasn't even been the second one yet. So there was a part of me that was worried that he was just gonna disappear like they're doing to Miss Marvel and all his, and to Riri and all those, right? All these promising characters that they were going to do more for, but they obviously haven't been doing anything for. So I'm glad that they're there. I'm glad that Namor is there, because just the fact that like he's being played, he's played by a Mexican. It's like that's just huge to me. But some of this other stuff is like, I thought for sure Letitia Wright would be gone just because she was like so problematic. Yeah, that they would do some other like Black Panther, but
they kept her over Riri right now.
But then again, a lot of people, she's more pronounced, she's more known than Riri. A lot of people don't necessarily know that Riri's going to be the new Ironheart.
Ironheart or Iron Man?
Ironheart. I thought that was her name. She was
Ironheart.
Ironheart. Yeah. But then, did they ever say that they killed that series?
I don't know if they officially announced it, but I figure that's what Marvel does. They don't officially ever kill anything. It just doesn't go into production.
Yeah. Because
They
yeah,
haven't
like I
officially
mean,
they haven't officially killed Blade, but we not getting a Blade.
yeah, like they
We're definitely
haven't,
not
you
getting
know.
Blade.
Well, this is more Disney related, but still related because Marvel and Disney.
Yeah.
But they haven't. I don't think they've even officially killed Acolyte.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah. So it's like
yeah.
I don't know if they ever officially kill it. They just, you never get season two.
Put it in
Never
a
get a
drawer
And
somewhere.
I'm saying they need to go on and bring back Killmonger and have him in here too.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Nightcrawler. Alan Cummings dead, I think, in the universe.
Was it?
Yeah, I think he was killed.
Trying to think. I don't remember. Yeah,
Well, Channing Tatum was never there.
but Channing Tatum was literally never there. Yeah.
Yeah,
The fact
literally
that they
never
got
there.
him in here is weird.
Yes, and they don't have the person he came in with.
Yeah, like I technically, I mean, or they got Gambit. He is Gambit, but I'm like, other than what you call it, Wolverine and Deadpool, he was never a part of
Yes,
the universe
exactly.
at
And they
all.
don't have Wolverine or Deadpool in this.
And it was almost a spoof having him in this. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to make a name for myself.
yeah,
Well, this has sparked my interest. I do believe this announcement is way too early. They should have made this announcement after Fantastic Four came out, because this does take away from the Fantastic Four's marketing push right now.
because everybody's
Well,
talking about the cast.
the thing is, they are starting to shoot, and with this many characters, there's going to be some kind of leak.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Like they're just trying to get ahead of the leaks.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You can't keep this under
Yeah,
wraps.
there's no way with all
but
these.
it's fine if they leak it. It's better for it to be leaked out than them just come out and put it all out there, and they still have their biggest movie of
But
the
when I
season.
when I turned,
on-
I tuned
coming
into
out.
the live stream. There was 100,000 people on the live stream looking at basically chairs.
The back of
Yeah,
chairs.
it was
Looking at
weird.
chairs.
It was
And
so
I had
weird.
it. I had it on, and it was just like I had it on the background. I didn't sleep well last night, so I was like, I was falling in and out of sleep, and then I would hear like they had that stupid music, and then when they would play their theme, and then bring out another chair, I would hear it, and I would like look, and I was like, oh, so that's why like even like we were texting back and forth, and then Chuck was like, "Yeah, there was no Tom Holland," and I was like, "No, I saw his name," but then I look back, and I'm like, "No, it was Tom Hiddleston," but like I was like in a fugue state, so I thought I saw Tom Holland. But yeah, I think it was like it started at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to say like 8 o'clock in the morning. It didn't end till like 2 o'clock or something.
Yeah,
it was like because they were spending. I think it was like 15 minutes per chair or something like that.
I kept seeing. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
It was like 15 to like 20 minutes per chair. And then, so it just like, yeah, by the time it ended, it was like 2 o'clock or something like that. It was crazy.
Yep.
Marvel
And
gotta
then
do
they
better.
showed whatchamacallit.
Worst rollout ever.
It was worst rollout ever, and all it did was take away from the Fantastic Four.
So we'll see.
New from the Ville came in and said Ironheart is finished and slated for release on June 24th.
Oh, is it?
It may not come.
No, I mean, if it's slated for release, I believe him, but I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah. So
about
was
it.
Batgirl was slated for release too. So was Acme versus Coyote versus Acme. It's gonna be interesting. You know, um, it's gonna be interesting what they do with this property, because this does take away from the fervor that Fantastic Four has, and Fantastic Four doesn't have a lot of strong fervor for the simple fact that it feels like a classical movie.
I mean,
So
I'm assuming they got a plan, so we shall see. Yeah. June
yep,
24th is the date that I'm saying out there too for Ironheart.
yep. So, and also we'll go to hopefully we'll find out soon on May 1st, 2026. The movie's supposed to be slated to come out. That's next year in May. That's going to be interesting too. They're going to get done this whole movie in a year. That's going to be interesting.
We'll see.
A cast that big and a storyline this complex
Yeah, and a
and the
year and
editing
just
and the
putting it all
special
together.
effects. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
So
It's gonna have janky special effects.
we'll see.
Um, Spider-Man: Magic the Gathering.
Are we gonna do
First
another
book is
story?
here. Yeah, another story. Spider-Man. We're gonna go to the Spider-Man story. The Magic the Gathering cards are available. Uh, I think I'm gonna go pick them up.
You get a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get the Spider-Man ones. They look cool. You know, they
Yeah.
got the collab dropping soon. Who doesn't want them? The Storm card, the Captain America card. They look really
I'm looking
cool.
at them on the screen. They look dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told myself I'm gonna learn how to play Magic the Gathering with the other nerds, the
Listen.
cooler nerds that play Magic the Gathering. But the cards look amazing. They do look good, and I'm like, why wouldn't I get these? Why wouldn't I get them?
I might
You
get the
know,
Spider-Man ones. They
you
do look
know,
cool.
they do look cool.
Like
You
go
know,
online and order them.
you gonna learn how to play Magic the Gathering?
Maybe. I know we're supposed to been working on getting together a
I
D&D game.
know it. I
Gotta
know
make
it. I
it
know
gotta
it.
make it happen.
I know it. We're
But
supposed to
yeah,
talk with Pruitt.
it looks looks cool.
It does look cool. Looks like it's worth it. Um, I want to lose Magic the Gathering anyway.
And I've never played a Magic the Gathering game ever. I don't even know anybody who plays.
You should download it and play it. You can play it online.
Okay.
You can play it online.
Might do that. Pick up a game and play it. Yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah, yeah. Learn all the rules, learn all the basic rules, and
Uh-huh.
get out there and get there and do it.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
Spider-Man cards do look good though. They
Yeah,
look amazing.
I'm down with that.
And they got the flashy look cool cards, scene box, and everything. I think I'm gonna pre-order all of it.
Yeah. So I might get one. See what the
You know,
info.
you don't know what comes in the pack. But you just order them all.
No, I get that.
Order it all. Get it all. Get on Amazon too. You
So,
get the 12 card booster pack and everything. It's
sure.
currently unavailable now, but it will be available. The Gathering booster pack 30 cards.
And
It
I'm
is
thinking it's
$209.
$170.
$209.
Okay, the one I'm seeing is 170, but even that, oh hell no.
Yeah, $209. That's about right though.
But you
I
might
get
pull a
that.
really rare card, Randy.
Okay.
You're
It's
talking
all the
about
time.
the box full of all those packs,
Uh-huh.
and then you pull out. You
Mm-hmm.
might pull out a really rare card that's going to be worth like thousands of dollars, man.
I got you.
Yeah,
That's
Randy.
it.
Yeah, Randy. That's the lure. It's treasure hunting, Randy.
I got you. Yeah, $209. All right. 30
You
pack.
got it.
All right.
You got it. You got it 10 times over. 30 pack, $209.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on Amazon.
I may get it.
This one will be released in September. It's coming out September
Mm,
26th. Okay.
It's exciting. So yeah. Or you can go on eBay and get all the high end cars for hundreds of dollars over which is way over retail. So a lot of people do. Buy the cars they want.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about that though.
Okay.
Where I invest 209.
Yeah. So yeah, we should get your Magic the Gathering cards. We got one more story to do with comic books, and we're gonna call it a day, Randy.
All right.
Kirbyvision.
What's Kirby Vision?
A
Talk
definitive
to me.
feature documentary about the legendary comic book
Jack
artist
Kirby?
and creator Jack Kirby. It is in development with acclaimed filmmaker Ricky Stern from Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work, UFOs Investigating the Unknown, set to direct.
It's a
Emmy winning producers Dan Braun and Josh Braun of Submarine Entertainment, the Andy Warhol Diaries, Wild Wild Countries will produce the documentary. Like, yeah, they
I'm
get something
super
on
excited
Kirby.
to see this. I think this is amazing. I hope it's great.
Yeah. The documentary has secured cooperation from the estate of Jack Kirby, as represented by the Rosalind Kirby Family Trust, with access to personal documents, home vid movies, creative materials, much of which have been unseen to the public.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna be awesome.
I'm super excited about
Yep.
this.
The documentary will explore Kirby's remarkable journey from poverty during the Great Depression to frontline service in World War II and his groundbreaking career spanning various genres from superheroes to romance, war, western, science fiction, and horror.
Mm.
So yeah, Jack
I
Kirby,
mean, I'm more
baby.
familiar with his work with Marvel, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's exciting.
yeah,
Jack Kirby.
yeah. This is dope. And Stan Lee always gets credit for most Marvel things, but Jack Kirby was very instrumental
Yes.
in a lot
Yep.
of those big
Yeah.
brand
He's the
titles.
Wozniak
Yeah,
to
he really is.
Stan
Yep,
Lee's Jobs.
yep, he really is.
Yep.
So I'm happy to see he's gonna get some credit in his documentary, and I hope it blows up and it's huge.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope whoever picks it up, they actually throw it showing in theaters. He deserves it.
Yeah, give him the respect that he deserves, and yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I'm excited about this. I don't know when it's and when did you say when it was going to come out?
Nobody knows.
Nobody
We just
knows.
know it's
Yeah,
we just know it's
I
being
hope
worked
they do a
on.
good job, and give it the amount of time that it needs to come out. Don't rush it. Give it the right amount of time, and let's make a great product.
Yep.
Let's honor his legacy.
Yep. One of the Braun brothers said, if there were a Mount Rushmore of 20th century pop culture
Easily,
luminaries, Jack Kirby should be on the first one to be carved into the mountain.
easily,
Mm-hmm.
easily.
Yep.
Yep, I got no arguments with that at all.
Mm-hmm. So we should definitely put him up there.
Yep.
You
So yeah,
know,
let's make this Jack Kirby thing pop. And like you said, I'd
yeah.
like to see it at the movie theater. I'd go to the movie theater to see it.
I go to the movie theater to see it too. To see him do this.
Yep.
With that being said, we have no binge worthy this evening, you all. So this will be it for the show, and we'll be back on Friday for happy hour.
Happy hour. So we're gonna have some drinks. Make sure you
Yeah,
have
we'll
some
have some
drinks
drinks.
Friday.
We'll have some drinks.
Yeah.
With that being said, you all have a good night, and we will talk with you all soon. Shout out to first of all, let me get my shout outs. I didn't get the
Yeah.
shout outs
Do
right
that,
there.
son.
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Defunct for curating our stories. Mark is always in the chat. Shout out to Newt from the Ville, aka Rakai, the guy that actually hosts is the host for Bingeworthy. Shout out to Rodney, who is an active participant today, which is really good.
Yep.
For the Marvel announcement, which was a big, huge announcement. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And it needed to be done. They're going into production. Um, Shout out to Digital Click for handling our marketing materials and actually handling our overlays and whatnot. We'll be back next week to actually cover solo leveling for binge worthy, and we'll be back with more Geek Beast on Friday. With that
Nice.
being said, everybody have a good night. We'll talk with you soon. Peace.
Yes.